Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to another episode on this Divine Conscious podcast. I am your host, Lotus. I hope everyone has been absolutely fantastic. It's 2:22 on the clock right now, so we are definitely in divine alignment. So, today I have a very powerful channeled message that I would like to share with everyone in our soul tribe who is a grid worker or who would consider themselves a starseed. So please take what resonates and leave what doesn't, because today's message may not resonate with everyone. So please, like always, use your discernment. Alrighty, so today I want to talk about one of the most important missions here on Earth that all of our grid workers and starseeds are a part of. Now, for those of you who are tuning in right now, okay, a lot of us are assigned double missions here on Earth at this time. All right, and this is because we are true, like, you know what I mean? Like, we are true baddies, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are ascending masters, like, we know exactly what we're doing. And so, because of that, we get assigned a couple missions here on Earth. So, today, I'm actually going to be talking about one of the missions that some of our Soul Tribe members are in. And that mission is called the Crystal Mission. All right. Now, some of you tuning in right now, you might feel guided to listen to this entire podcast today. And if you do, that means that somewhere along the way, just even listening to my voice and hearing some of the words that I'm going to be speaking today, they will activate you. So only if you feel guided, of course, listen to this entire podcast. And then some of you today just may not resonate because you aren't part of this mission in particular that I'll be talking about today, okay? And that is completely okay. I'm going to begin sharing information, kind of a little bit about everything moving forward, okay? My next couple podcasts I already have written down because I've already channeled them. I just actually need to create the podcast and like tell you guys now. You know what I mean? So today we're going to be talking about the Crystal Mission, only those who feel like today's message resonates, obviously. But my next podcast after this, we are going to be talking about the DNA activations and ascension symptoms. And then from there, I'm going to be talking about angel numbers and a little bit about numerology. There you go. My gosh, I'm stuttering over my words. So that might be a sign, you know what I mean? If anyone's feeling like their throat chakra might be blocked or anything like that. But today's message is very important, so I am going to get this out. So anybody who is sending evil eye my way, I send back to the sender now, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper, and so it shall be. Alrighty. So now I'm going to go ahead and dive right in to today's mission here on Earth at this time that some of us are a part of. Okay, now this mission here on Earth is called the Crystal Mission. And this mission is about raising the energy and the vibrations of Earth at this time, along with activating the master crystals. Now, some of us have heard of these master crystals being called something different according to our ancestors and our bloodline. And this is because many of our ancestors were assigned this same exact mission, and now they are passing the torch to you. You, if you are tuning in right now, your ancestors are passing the torch, and you are now the new ancestor for your bloodline. So from this point forward, you are the one out of your entire bloodline that has gone further in this mission than any of your ancestors before you. You are the one now leading the pack in this mission. Just like in scripture, Matthew 19:30, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So most of you who are tuning in right now, you're an ascending master. And because of this, you have been assigned a double mission here on Earth at this time. So, like I said, for those of you who resonates with the crystal mission, I'm going to begin to dive in to a deeper message now. Now, this part might activate a lot of you. So, for those of you who feel guided to listen to this entire podcast, this is because this is going to be some words that I'm going to be speaking out that might activate some of you, okay? Now, some of you might know of these sacred master crystals by another name. Now, they have been called the Atlantean master crystals. They have been called the Andromedum stones. They have been called fire stones. They have been called the Holy Grail stones. And some of you might have even heard of them called the Antara crystals. Now, these sacred master crystals, regardless of what they are called or what people refer to them as, they all act as the same thing. They are massive power generators, okay? And what they do once they're activated is basically these master crystals were in the center of every city. And what it did was it completely powered and energized the entire city's advanced machinery, transportation systems, and crystal-powered vehicles. All right. Now, these are very important to understand and know because some of you moving forward, now that we have activated a lot of these quantum systems within ourselves. This is now we are beginning to bring back that paradise state. And remember, as within, so without. So what's happening is as we're activating ourselves from within, we're beginning to gain these memories again. And some of you might have, now that our ancestors are passing the torch to us, we are going to begin to be flooded with a bunch of memories and things of our ancestors and how they performed certain or prepared or built or created certain machinery. Okay, and you are being guided down that same exact path to recreate what our ancestors once did. All right, and this is because once we shift, okay, right now, the world here in the physical world here is going through this massive energetic shift. All right, the world is moving from 2024 all the way into 2025. The world is shifting from the 4D into the 5D. All right. But be mindful, those of us who are tuning in right now, we are leaders. We're on the front line. Okay. We have already expanded into the 6th and 7th dimension. All right. We are the ones walking humanity forward by being that example. We're the ones on the front line, right? We're going through all of these missions. We're activating the world. We're doing stuff that most people don't even understand because, they consciously don't even understand any of that. You know what I mean? Like, we really are like a very unique soul tribe here. And it's really kind of cool to, like, the more we understand about ourselves too, it's really kind of cool because a lot of our ancestors have been doing this. We have been the warriors on the front line, like God's warriors here on the front line for a really long time. A lot of our entire families have been doing this for centuries, So this is really nothing new to us. That's why a lot of us, when we come back here, if you know that you had reincarnated this lifetime, like, for an example, recently, I have always kind of been a painter, but that's something I'm just really natural at. I don't really have to, like, I can sit and watch a YouTube tutorial about watching a picture. Okay, that's a really advanced picture that some people would think would be advanced painting. But for me, I could sit there and watch the tutorial. And while the tutorial is going, it might be a 15-minute long tutorial. I'll do the whole thing and paint the whole picture and it'll look almost like that. My best friend Kayla, she can't do that. And you know what I mean? So like, but that's something I'm just naturally gifted at. And for me, I feel like my ancestors or something had to, like, that's part of just me, you know what I mean? Like there's something in my bloodline where that was just natural. Just like I have a lot of people who are musicians and artists and stuff like that. Like, did I say musicians? I feel like I didn't say that right. But I have a lot of people who like were singers and like played the guitar and stuff like that in my family. And I know that a lot of my ancestors, that was something that kind of like it's just been passed down. We all kind of naturally is somewhere in our lives, you know, like right now I've been playing piano, learning the guitar, and I've always been a singer. So music has always been a part of my life, you know what I mean? But there's something within you that your ancestors have also done. Maybe you have some sort of craft that you are a master in that nobody else does. Maybe you're a welder, or you sew really well, or you know what I mean? Or it doesn't even have to be something like that, but it's something unique for your bloodline that your ancestors have always done that you might not even know that you are naturally skilled at right now. Those skills are all coming back to you, and this is because you were meant to create something. Either you're meant to write a book, or you are meant to help, like your voice is meant to be heard so that you can help others with the advanced machinery that we need to be moving into, with like the crystal powered vehicles and stuff like that, and the solar stuff. That stuff is going to be better for our environment and stuff like that overall. And just like we can use, like, there's so many things that we are relearning again. And just like Tesla, he understood how there's electricity in the air, and how, you know, we don't need to be paying for electricity. Electricity should be free because there's energy everywhere. You know what I mean? And we are going to learn how to tap into all of that knowledge and wisdom once more. And if you are tuning in, you have some sort of ancient knowledge within you also that needs to be shared. And you are either meant to create something, or you have a huge part and huge role to play here in the world. Okay, if you are tuning in, you are not someone small. You are a leader, and you have something buried within you that is ready for you to uncover. Okay, and maybe somewhere in this podcast you'll be activated and you'll find it. And I encourage every single one of you who are tuning in to definitely meditate after this podcast to figure out what that is within you. But there is a diamond within you, okay? Or a pearl, whatever you want to call it. There's something within you. There's a gift that God has given you. And you are ready. If you are hearing this now, you are ready to uncover that. You are ready to activate that gift. You are ready to bring that part of you forward so that it can be expressed. All right. And part of your mission and part of doing that is also, once you find that gift that is going to be activated within you, that you are going to be tapping into, or once you figure out what that knowledge is or the wisdom is that you are going to use to create something, you know what I mean? Like, there's something within you, though. It's a blessing for sure that you are ready to share with the world. And once you figure out what that is, I'm telling you, everything else is going to fall completely in place for you. And it goes along in alignment with what I'm talking about now, this mission. Because everything is within us first. So if you activate that within you, then that means that it will be reflected out here into your physical world as well. And the more that we discover within ourselves, the more that it allows us to discover on the outside world as well. The more that you go within yourself, in your darkness, shine light on it, the more that the light shines without here in this physical world as well. That's why if you really want to change the world, everything starts with you. And each one of us tuning in right now, we are a part of this crystal mission. So because of that, God has given us a certain crystal, master crystal within ourselves that I'm telling you right now is ready to be activated. And once it is activated from within you, I guarantee we will begin to see certain things out here in the physical world that also is going to be brought to light. Some sort of lost city maybe, or some kind of new technology advancement, or something, something massive and major though. And it's because you within yourself activated that. All right, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you guys. But we're seeing evidence of this all over the world by all of these brand new discoveries every day. Like, look at all these brand new lost cities underwater that we have been finding. All of this technology and stuff like that. Like, we used to be the ones that knew in our world, like our ancestors were the ones that knew how that technology worked. You know what I'm saying? And it's about us tapping and uncovering that from within ourselves. I mean, look at all the brand new pyramids. They're not brand new, but they're new knowledge that we are uncovering here in America. Look at all the pyramids there is. There's so many pyramids everywhere. And I didn't realize how many pyramids were actually here in America until recently, and everything that's been getting uncovered recently with all the pyramids, those pyramids, a lot of them were the power generators. You know what I mean? A lot of the master crystals were inside of these sacred pyramids, and a lot of them powered. These pyramids were actually like power generators for the entire cities and stuff like that. They weren't tombs or anything like that we've been told. Okay. But you got to be mindful. A lot of our history has been covered up or altered. So that's why it's very important to go within so that you can truly uncover the truth. Because especially if you are connected with the Heavenly Father, God's going to show you the way. You just got to get out of the way so that you can see where you're going, right? But you just got to keep your eye on God. That's all it is. And everything will unfold for you the way that it's supposed to. All that was once hidden is all being brought to the surface right now. So there is nothing that is going to be hidden from the public anymore. It's all going to be brought to light in 2024 and moving forward. So that's why it's a very beautiful time to be alive, but also at the same time, it's crazy because of everything that's coming to light right now all at once. It's like, oh, wow. Sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. But today, when I was in a meditation, I got a very powerful download about rebuilding the ancient crystalline grid. And in order for us to truly do that, we must connect with the ley lines of the earth. And the only way to truly do this is through meditation. All right. So if you are tuning in right now, a lot of you probably are already meditating regularly. Okay. And for those of you who are not regular meditators, okay, I would encourage you to begin your own meditation journey. All right. And especially because right now, if you're tuning in, I was guided to encourage all of you to begin to work more in the astral realm at this time. And I want to encourage you to begin to map out the entire world. All right. Begin exploring it. For those of you who haven't mapped out the world, I in particular, this is stuff that I've done because I don't know, it just interests me. And so I know a lot of the world, and I've done that in the astral realm. You know what I mean? So I am going to start encouraging you guys to also work in the astral realm and begin to create a map of the world. Begin exploring, okay? But be careful while working in this form, okay? Because this does make you more vulnerable to certain entities, and your light shines differently in these realms, along with your divine protection. So I would also encourage you to develop your spirit team as well, all right? So when you go into meditation, just imagine some kind of security team around you. Me, I'm an earth angel. So in particular, I love to work with Archangel Michael. He's like my best friend. I have him everywhere I go. Okay. So because of this, I immediately call on him. I also call on any of the other archangels automatically. So for me, when I go in the astral realm, I always call on all the archangels or any of the angels or my ancestors who wants to come forth who would like to protect me now. So whoever comes forward. But I know who I'm calling from or calling upon. I'm always calling upon the angels or the highest white light to come and protect me. You know what I mean? So if you want to imagine yourself getting yourself some kind of security team and you have a whole group of archangels that surround you as well, I would highly encourage it. Be creative, you know what I mean? The more that you can visualize in your third eye in the astral realm, that means as within, so without. So that also means this will help you begin to attract your soul tribe as well. But the reason why I want you to begin to explore the astral realm and begin to create a map of it, because I really want you to focus on the ley lines of the entire earth. Okay. Now, the ley lines are the veins of the earth. Now, for those of you who would like to take a screenshot right now, these are all of the ley lines in the earth. This will help you during your meditation, okay? I'm also going to display all of the chakras of the earth as well, okay? But right now, we're going to discuss the ley lines of the earth, okay? Now, the ley lines are the veins of the earth, and the ley lines act as energy points and entryways into the core of the planet Earth. Now, all ley lines are connected and are able to transfer and transmit energy at tremendous rates and capacity. Now, by setting pure intentions of unconditional love, healing, peace, and unity, this is what helps the crystals activate throughout vital points on the planet. This will help raise the vibrations of the entire planet, helping restore Mother Gaia to her pure paradise state once more, helping bridge heaven onto earth permanently. This also will help Mother Gaia transmute the dense lower vibrational energies of the earth much easier and faster once all master crystals have been activated. Now, people forget we have crystals that are inside of us. And that is why we find all of this stuff, just like the elements. We have these elements within us. That's why we find these elements without us here in the physical world. All right. Same with these crystals. We have these crystals, for an example, your pineal gland, that has a crystal in it. Okay, which helps activate us in certain ways, and that's what gives us the divine knowledge and spiritual wisdom that we naturally have within ourselves. Okay, that is our connection, because we are spiritual beings having a human experience at this time, right? And it's about tapping into our spiritual abilities and allowing them to express our soul in a way that gives us this human experience. But before we can enjoy this human experience, we tuning in right now are on a mission to help our fellow brothers and sisters kind of almost awaken from this slumber. We are here to help our fellow brothers and sisters not only awaken to their true potential, activate themselves and heal, but also rise up against the corruption right now here in the world. But we're not really focused on the corruption. We right now are focused on these secret missions, you know what I mean? Like this crystal mission, and us meditating and focusing on where the ley lines of the earth are to help us understand the flow of energy of the earth And some of us can also, when you tune into the ley lines, you can see where the blockages as well of the earth are at. And people can actually do something about this, okay? Because the government understands the ley lines, okay, of the earth. They understand this. And you got to think, so did our ancestors, okay? Our ancestors, like, how do you think they operated the pyramids and stuff like that? They built those on certain landlines. Okay. Well, just as they used the landlines, okay, because it helped, the pyramids and stuff become more powerful as well. If you build it on landlines, you're using the energy of the earth. That's what we're supposed to do. But our government knows about this stuff too. And this is why they build slaughterhouses and stuff like that on the landlines. And since they've been doing things like that, it's been almost poisoning the earth. So we need to become mindful of this. And the more of us who could become mindful of the landmines, we can have certain buildings broken down because it's poisoning her just from the location of certain things. That's why you're so significant right now at this time. But the more of us who can understand the landlines and see the veins of the earth, we can help her heal, right? We can pump energy and positive energy with our pure intentions towards her. We can help remove some of these places that are like slaughter homes and stuff like that that were built on these ley lines of the earth that are poisoning her. You know what I mean? Like, we can actually rise up and change the world and heal her in an even deeper and bigger way. You know what I mean? This is going to help bring awareness almost in another deeper level of oneself, okay? Because as within, so without. So, meaning the further that you travel into the astral realm, the further that you also will be able to learn how to extend your aura, helping you activate codes within yourself, which will help you activate your DNA. Now, if you want to explore more of the physical realm, remember that means you have to unlock that within yourself first. The reason the world is uncovering more and more truth is because more of us are going within and discovering more truths about oneself. So just be mindful of that when you are trying to learn more on the outside world, that everything that you are seeking is within you first. All right. Also, people need to, I'm trying to bring a deeper understanding also to people about the earth and realizing that she is actually alive, okay? And the more of us who can tune in to her ley lines and see her for her and recognize her as being alive, the more of us that will hopefully take care of her, because we can actually like see her. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Now I feel like I'm just kind of rambling, so I hope that you guys are like getting my drift. You know what I mean? Because the earth is alive and she's breathing and she's transmuting this energy and she is healing, activating herself, restoring herself on a scale so large that it really is impacting our entire world. And how beautiful that truly is, and see that we are here to help her, transmute this energy and help activate her as well. Like, we are a team, we are one. These ley lines are like veins and arteries of the entire earth. Just like, has anyone heard of the Amazon jungle being the lungs of the earth? Well, it's true. You know what I mean? And for those of you who don't know, arteries carry blood away from the heart, and veins carry blood towards the heart. Arteries have these thick walls, and veins have thinner walls and use valves to keep the blood flowing. Now, this is important information to understand, because for those of you who are actually mapping out the earth and understanding her flow of energy, I know I personally done this because I'm a Reiki master, and so since I study energy, I thought it was very important to also study the earth and her energy flow, because we're connected, and if we understand the way that she's flowing, we can stay in flow with her. But it also helps you deepen your personal connection with Mother Gaia, which also helps you manifest almost instantly and receive your manifestations almost instantly. It also helps you heal almost instantly. Like the more that you are connected with her and tuned into the energies of her, like you truly do become more powerful. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you can truly understand how to just tune into all of it. You know what I mean? So I think it's important to study the earth just as much as we study ourselves, because we are connected, because she is our divine mother, right? So if you decide to tune into her and how her energy is flowing, it's going to be helpful to understand what you are looking for. And this is why I wanted to talk about the ley lines today. And I wanted to talk about how the ley lines are, the veins of the earth. And I wanted to talk about the arteries and the veins so that when you guys are meditating, you guys can actually physically picture this and visualize this with your third eye. Not only is this a great exercise practice to help you strengthen your third eye, but also will help you, like I said, it's going to help you tune into the earth. And that's what we really want to do. The more that we discover oneself, the more that we can deepen our connection with the earth, the more that it will allow us to gain our superpowers almost. That's how we are charging up from within, because we're also allowing her energy to help power us up, right? So if you can imagine the flow of energy through the earth, all right, these ley lines carry energy and light throughout all of them. All right, so the arteries of the earth would be kind of like the cave system of the entire earth. And the veins would look more like the root system of the entire earth, okay? And be mindful that these ley lines are connected to the chakras of the entire earth as well, all right? And I really want you to do a little bit of research on the chakras of the earth, because these are very powerful sacred portals on earth at this time, all right? And it is important to understand that these portals, or these chakras, are energy centers. They are portals, okay? And some of these chakras, I believe, take you like into like hollow earth, and some of them take you outside the firmament. And so, you know what I mean? Like each chakra, I believe, kind of like, we are multidimensional, interdimensional beings, meaning the earth, if she's alive, then she is also a multidimensional, interdimensional being. So her energy centers, her chakras, okay, are going to be real, and they are real, and they do exist, and they're all over the world, okay? Y'all want to know the truth about the war in Israel right now? Well, it is a war on the Holy Land, so this affects everybody. And people don't think this affects them because they think it's based upon religion. When in reality, the truth is there is a Stargate portal there. And this portal isn't just any regular Stargate portal. I'm talking about probably the most important portal on Earth. Okay? This is the real reason for the war. And this is why we are all being affected by it. Especially the chosen ones, okay? Now, this Stargate portal is where Christ consciousness first came to the earth through. All right, this ancient Stargate portal still exists and is responsible for streaming celestial information to all of us. And this is why the attack on Israel is so significant at this time. But they ain't telling you anything about that. How many of you even knew there was even a portal, a Stargate portal over there, right? Because they don't talk about this. But this is the real truth of it. This portal, which over the century has been blanketed with egocentric propaganda, and because of this, it is, I mean, well, we see how society is now. You know what I mean? Like, if we were to cleanse the earth, if we were to stop distorting, everything in the world, and allow it to go back to its proper, balance once more, then everything would be okay. But because people are power hungry, this is why the world has come to the way it is right now. It's very off balance. And our ancestors have been doing their best to awaken people, and now they are passing the torch to us, because somehow a miracle happened, and that is us. And we are further in this mission than we have ever got in any of our lifetimes. And so you should be very proud of yourself for the ascension work that you are doing, for the shadow work that you are doing, for all of the work that you are doing on oneself, for mastering yourself, awakening yourself, for healing yourself, for inspiring and impacting those around you as well, for stepping into your leadership role. Just, you're doing fantastic. And if nobody has told you that today or any time recently, you are amazing. And I am proud of you. And you should be proud of yourself. And you need to learn how to celebrate yourself more, because you are that king or queen that really is out here doing the dang thing. You know what I mean? And that's awesome. It really is awesome. But for those of you, the reason why I really created today's podcast was to just really talk about the ley lines and trying to encourage you to do your best to meditate and to focus on these ley lines and to focus on the chakras, because your intentions matter. And these crystals, once you activate them within yourself, once you uncover that gift that God has within you that is ready to be found, once you activate whatever it is within you that is ready to bloom, I guarantee we're going to see even more change around the world. We're going to have even more discoveries in the oceans, in mountains. More sacred texts will be found. More things in the jungle. More hidden things underground. More things from the inner earth. More will be uncovered, and it's going to be because you are discovering more within yourself. Remember, your intention matters. So focus on the earth, focus on her energy flows, and send her positive energy. Imagine and visualize yourself outside, or even go outside, sit in the grass, sit under a tree, and then visualize yourself sending that energy into her, that positive energy, these positive intentions. And it really does help her. It helps activate her. It helps her transmute energy. It helps you transmute energy. But right now, more than anything, the reason why I really want to get your guys' focus more on the earth is because she is alive. And right now, she is ready to go through a massive metamorphosis. And in order for her to truly go through this, to give herself, go through like a rebirth, so that she can give birth to a new version of heaven on earth. Right now, we need to work in the astral realm and meditate and focus on sending her energy and focus on exploring more on the astral realm as well. Because the more that we discover on the astral realm, the more that we will also discover out here in the physical realm. Remember, as within, so without. And like always, please also get yourself your spirit team, man. Just like focus on like really amping up your spirit team, adding more, security to your spirit team. Have fun with it, meditate with it, enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like really build your avatar in your spirit realm, and then as within, so without. So I guarantee as you are rebuilding yourself in the spirit realm, you're also reprogramming yourself naturally. And this is going to help you also want to take action here in the physical realm as well. Okay. So I hope that I know as I felt like I was a little bit all over the place, but it was because I was getting these crazy downloads as I was channeling the message I had already written down, and as I'm speaking right now, I've been like kind of channeling this whole time too. So I hope that everybody got what I was saying today, and I just want to let you guys know that I absolutely love you. But until next time, I am sending you guys all my love and light, and I just want to let you guys know you are amazing, and I am wrapping you all in my love. Namaste.